We say no war because sending our brave men and women into illegal, endless wars to feed somebody's ego or line someone's pocket is not strength. It's betrayal. It does not honor their service, and it does not honor their sacrifice. So today, right here, we draw a line that is not to be crossed. We fight back with our voices, with our votes, and by showing up peacefully, powerfully, because we are the power. Not any politician, not any tyrant. Power lives here, in your voice, in your vote, and in your courage not to back down. So don't leave this energy at this rally. Take it to your community and put it to work. Register voters, talk to your neighbors, organize, and vote like democracy depends on it, because it does. So when history asks what we did in this moment, let the answer be, we stood up, we showed up, we spoke out, and we stood together in solidarity and without fear. We didn't overthrow a king in 1776 just to crown one in 2026. So join me, please. No kings not then. No kings not now. No kings not ever. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Floyd Tompkins, pastor of St. Andrew Presbyterian Church, but I'm here to remind us of the moral moment that we're in right now. But we're in a moment that we have to decide who we are. Democracy is a good thing, but it must be fought for, and it literally is in our hands. And we want to thank everybody for being here. And you should give yourselves a hand clap for just standing up for democracy. Do that. Can you do that? Now, those same hands that you've used to clap are got to be the hands that you use to vote. It's got to be the hands that you use to reach out to your relatives and to your neighbors. The same hands that you just clap to celebrate your presence, you need to bring other people's presence here. We are here because we do not want kings. The way that we do not have kings is democracy, and people stand up and say, no kings. So we say, no king. We say, no king. We say, no king. We say, no king. And when we say no kings, we also mean no war. We mean no more war. We mean no more sending people. I am the child of every generation. My family has fought for democracy and war. I have fought this privilege, and so have you, to be able to say, we get to decide when we go to war, not somebody in a White House who's never been to war because of bone spurs. How dare he decide what our children, our grandchildren, our relatives are going to do. So we say no kings, and we say no war. No war. No war. No war. No war. No war. We also say no ICE. No ICE. ICE? What a crazy thing. We've seen this before. I wear this dashiki, and I wear my black skin because I realize that around the world people have stood up to hurt people. They stood up because they're different. They stood up because they're brown. They stood up because they didn't believe. They stood up because they're Jewish. They stood up because they're LGBTQ, and people have come against them. So that's not us. That's not our values. We don't want a group of people coming out trying to destroy other people because of cruelty. It's not about integration. It's about cruelty. So we say no ICE. No ICE. No cruelty. No cruelty. No ICE. No ICE. No destruction. No destruction. We are better than that. We have more than that. So you got to excuse me, this is not a Republican or Democratic conversation. This is an American conversation. This is about our values and who we are. This is about the moral moment that we face right now. Who are we? We are Americans. We are the people that believe that all people are created equal, that all people have an inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So today, in a few minutes, we're going to ask you to go up and down this boulevard, only on this side of the boulevard, and invite people to protest with you. We're going to ask you to walk all the way down and all the way up, because ultimately speaking, it's not a rally, it's a movement that we're interested in. You know, the difference between a rally is that people stand in one place. A movement means we're going someplace. Where we're going is a place of freedom. Where we're going is a place of liberation. Where we're going is a place of a better American. So there's one last chant I want you to have, right? And this is the one that folk in the Midwest don't believe that Californians believe. This is the one that folks on the left, on the right, try to say we're not. But we want to remind people that when people say no ICE and no kings, what we're really saying is we are Americans. Go ahead. We are Americans. This is what America looks like. We are Americans. We are Americans. We are. And the most American thing you can do is protest when it's wrong. Stand when it's right. And do for others who cannot do for themselves. So let's stand right now. Let's protest. Let's do no kings rally, no idiots, no stupidity. We are now meeting the moral moment, and we're saying we're standing up, standing out, and freedom is coming today. God bless you. And now we'll have some music. Come on now.
Donald Trump and JFK, a whitewash, a hoodwink on the USA. Martin Luther King was murdered too, another cover-up to make a fool of you. Whitewash, whitewash. You can't cover up what we saw on TV, and now we know it's our eyes. We should have believed. JFK died for what we believe November 22nd, 1963, in a crossfire bullets while the cameras rolled and the people heard the shots from the grassy knoll. The Warren Commission gave their lengthy report. A lone nut did it all, but he never got to court. But they couldn't cover up what we saw on TV. Now we know it's our eyes. We should have believed. They couldn't cover up what we saw on TV. To Renee Good and Alex Pretty, you might be black, you might be poor white trash. Whoa, they can't cover up what we saw on TV. We know it's our eyes. We should have believed. The ruling came in according to plan, with the money set aside for the protesting fan. But the protest turned to ice as the armed thugs attacked. They hitting, kicking, killing, shooting Alex in the back. The president says immigrants are to blame. If you believe that, you've been whitewashed again. If they couldn't cover up what we saw on TV, and we know it's our eyes, we should have believed. We know it's our eyes, we should have believed. We saw Alex Pretty and Renee Good. You might be black, you might be poor white trash. Whoa, yeah. They can't cover up what we saw on TV. Now we know it's our eyes, we should have believed. Well, the invasion and violence were brutally done. Minnesota held its own, but injustice won. But if you talk about the murder and the bodily harm,
but they're still busy lying about the Epstein files.
It happened in Venezuela and Greenland too. Ask the widows and the orphans about the whitewash they use. couldn't believe they can't cover up for what we saw on TV. To Renee Good and Alex Prey, you might be black,